Okay, we're live.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Hobby Vomit. It's me, Matt, and my brother, Pat. We're on opposite
Hello.
sides today. I'm on the left, you're on the right. Just the way things fell into place. So
Nice.
this week, I like the movies.
The names are swapped like on the. That's great.
Well, yeah, no, the names aren't swapped. Just my pictures on the left this time. Because this is the new program, so I had to like rebuild the scene. And when I
Mm.
captured the video, I just went left to right. And so on Discord, I'm on the left. I can't tell. Is are you on the left on your own Discord?
No, I'm on the right.
Okay, yeah. I think it puts it into alphabetical order on Discord.
Mm.
I think that's the trick we figured out. So
Nice.
yeah. Well, cool. We're here for another movie club. If you've seen our past ones, and you know how it's gonna go. If you're not, if you're new, then welcome. We're gonna talk about two movies in a spoiler-free way first, and then spoiler-filled. But I thought it'd be fun maybe before we get into them, we could chat about. Is there anything else you watched this week, or maybe we talk trailers or something up front? Because I know we both saw one battle after another. Um, I think we both enjoyed that. Maybe we just say, yeah, what did you give it? We'll talk spoiler free and very brief.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 stars.
Yep.
Happy that got a new PTA movie in theaters. Always good.
Yep. That's where I landed as well. 4 out of 5. Some problems, and I just don't love PTA as much as you and a lot of the film community, but I do think this is one of his better ones for me and general audience. And it did. My biggest problem with PTA is his movies are too long for me. They're always like that 3 hour mark, and I always feel it. But this one is at the 3 hour mark, and I didn't feel it at all. It was very fast moving. So I liked it a lot. I don't know if I'm going to go see it again. Oh, I won't. I definitely am not going to go see it again, but I don't know if I'd watch it again anytime soon. But
Mm.
I think we both agree Sean Penn was the standout performer, kind of overshadowed Leo a bit. But
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's a movie that, like, if you go to the movies only a time or two a year, to me, it's one that is justified to
yeah,
do so. Like, this is just a great movie. Looks good on the big screen. Not in the way like oh, you got to go see a Marvel, but it definitely warrants going to the theater if you have any slight interest for sure.
yeah, yeah, it's a fun movie going experience. But yeah, so I think that's the only thing I watched. Bree and I
We
went and
both
saw.
watched.
Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say Bree and I watched The Conjuring, the new Conjuring, since our last movie club, which was rough. I think I gave it like a 2.5, like laughable at times, and just I don't know. I'm over it. I'm one of those that like I'll still go see them because like I like the Conjuring, the first one, and I feel like there's still like maybe one down the line will just be good because they want to make a
Hmm.
good one. But it basically became like the MCU of the Conjuring, and it just was not. It wasn't very good, and it was long, like 2.5 hours for a horror movie. It's just you got to earn that. It did not. So we saw that. I think. What? So wait. What did we both see?
We both have seen The Long Walk since the
Oh
last
yeah,
one,
yeah.
which we enjoyed as King fans, and
Yep.
it's just solid. Definitely worth the watch. We also rewatched an old classic, Rat Race,
Oh yeah,
a comedy for the ages,
yeah.
a just pre 9/11 comedy that is certainly of a time, but it's great.
I thought it held up pretty well, honestly. I was expecting to. I remember when we were putting it on, I was like, I have a feeling some of these jokes, one in particular, I just knew and remembered. I was like, I don't know how well this is going to have aged. But it actually aged pretty well. There's a few jokes in there that are like, ooh. They toe the line of
Hmm.
wouldn't fly these days, but I didn't think it was that inappropriate for the most part. And like,
Yeah,
it's stupid humor, but sometimes that's what you want. It's a fun story.
yeah, I think it just works. So.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd mention that I think is worth a mention because I'd never heard of it before is 1997's Breakdown, starring Kurt Russell, with a very good hook and premise. Him and his wife break down the side of the road. Guy in a semi truck comes to help him, ends up having the wife hop in to go to the local town to call
Mm,
and get help while Kurt Russell stays and works on the car.
dun,
And
dun,
they
dun.
never hears from her, and he ends up going to that town soon after. And they're like, we've never seen her or heard from her. And then the
Oof.
whole rest of the movie is him trying to see what happened.
Wow.
And it's pretty good.
I've
It's
never heard of that.
yeah, it's pretty enjoyable. I think a lot of people have it. Kurt Russell's great in it. You'd recognize some of the players. One of the villains is JT Walsh. He's great, and then another is MC Gainey for Wasp fans. He is Tom Friendly.
Oh,
The
really?
we're gonna have to take the boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He's under the big old mustache, and it's fun. It's just like a 90-minute in and out. It's something where like they bought the rights to Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive
I was about to
or
say, it
like
kind of sounds
trucks.
like Maximum Overdrive. Yeah.
Yeah, and like couldn't do it for some reason, so then they like bought this and did this instead. But then he ended up producing Maximum Overdrive or something like that. But it's like a fun, yeah, it's like a fun like road thriller movie
Yeah.
from the '90s. So definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I love Kurt Russell. I feel like if I actually like sat and ranked my favorite actors, he'd probably be in the top 10. I just like him. He's just good.
Yeah, he was he was an old Disney star
From
back in the day.
Tron or something.
Even before, like when he was like a kid, he started in a
Mm.
lot of like live action Disney movies as like a child star, and the the legend is that that maybe the final words Walt Disney uttered before he died was
Kurt
Kurt Russell.
Russell. Wait, really?
Because he was, yeah, because he was always like he just like kept working till the day he died, and he was in the hospital, always working on stuff, working on the Florida project, trying to get the theme parks here. And Kurt Russell was kind of up and coming actor. He had like come by the hospital a couple times. He was supposed to be this big part of Disney's kind of plan, and he was. And so yeah, that was like that's a rumor on the streets. That's the last thing he said.
That's hilarious. Maybe
Kurt
he
Russell.
saw God, and
Yeah,
God is
well,
actually just Kurt Russell.
this is Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Any notable? Well, first of all, the most important trailer we need to talk about is the Black Phone 2.
Okay.
The cliffhanger from last episode. Did you see? You saw the new trailer, right?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it looks totally. Yeah, I mean, like you said, they're going a totally different direction than the first one. This is like completely off the walls, and the first tried to be kind of a bit more serious and kind of playing it straight. This feels more a little campy and a little self-aware, and like you said, they seem to be taking Ethan Hawke's the Grabber character in different directions. A little bit of a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy vibes, and I still don't think it looks good. I think the lead actors looks as bad as he was.
You know what else he's
They're
from? Because it was like bothering me because I was like, he looks familiar, but like I couldn't place it. And you haven't seen this, but like I know that you know what it is. It's a live action remake of an animated movie.
actually it's like one of the Disney ones.
It's not Disney, it's
Aladdin.
DreamWorks. He's not Aladdin.
Okay.
he's like 17 or
I don't
something.
think he was Aladdin, but like I thought he was a character in the live action Aladdin. He plays Jasmine
Yeah, yeah.
in the new one.
Which hey,
I don't know.
she did She's in Smile too. She went to horror.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, is he the How to Train Your Dragon guy?
He's How to Train Your
he's
Dragon guy with the exact same freaking haircut, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is a bad haircut. I gotta say it. It's a bad haircut. And like, I don't care if it's accurate to what the How to Train Your Dragon animated kid looks like. I feel like the How to Train Your Dragon live action, it just gave off vibes of like stage play or like normal people wearing costumes. It just didn't look authentic at all. Like it didn't look like they actually lived in those clothes or anything. It looked like they put on props. And it just looked too clean. For
This is
me.
a very, very
His
CGI.
hair looks terrible.
It
looks
I'm
terrible.
looking on Letterboxd, 3.9. Pretty
Well,
high.
I've heard it's pretty much a 1-to-1. So if you like one, you're gonna like the other. It's just a matter as far as the story goes. And maybe once you're in it, maybe like, you sit down and you start it and like once you're in the world it feels more natural. But man, that trailer, it did not make me want to watch it because of that. It just looked very I don't know, like a set. But anyways, it's that
I
kid.
just have no interest in a live action remake that just follows the same. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
what's the pull?
I think it's for
I just
for kids. It's just like you
like just
watched it growing up, now your
release the
kids can
old
watch
one.
it too, but with live actors.
It's weird.
Money. I mean, I think that's the real answer is money because it
Yeah.
did pretty well. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But anyways, I think Black Phone 2 looks solid. There are some moments. There's a moment in the trailer where it's like a dream. He's clearly having like a dream sequence, and he's standing in the phone booth, and the sister and two friends are on each of one side of the phone booth, and they're like banging on it, but it doesn't even look like they're actually like hitting
Like
it,
no goal.
and he's just like
Actually, yeah.
it's just that shot is I don't know what's going on there, but you know what I saw today? It's the nail in the coffin for me with horror movies, but apparently everything's doing it, and The Long Walk did it, and The Long Walk wasn't that bad. But it's like on Reddit now, there's like ads, and so this ad was TikTok videos of people reacting to the trailer. And it's like literally like the trailer's playing and like their TikTok faces there, and there's like a guy's like every time the phone rings, bone chilling, and like someone saying like this is easy 5 knives out of 5. I'm just like, nothing makes me want to watch a movie less than a company that feels the need to say it's good, trust us, it's really scary. It's not a good sign.
Oh, this just tells everything you need to know. Like
Bone chilling.
the phone in general, yeah, it's like was not scary at all on the first one.
And it rings like 300
Oh,
times in the
God.
minute and a half of it trailer. This is like, dude's bones are chilling the whole trailer. But I don't know. I just that stuff pisses me off. I'm just over it. But any other notable? I definitely think we saw some notable trailers. I'm trying to think of like, did we see any horror? What were there any horror trailers before The Long Walk? There must have been. I just don't know if I remember. I mean, the Black Phone.
I think it's Black Phone too.
Black Phone
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw it. And I can't remember what was playing before one battle after another.
Yeah, I can't either. I don't think any. Oh, you know what trailer we've been getting a lot that is just. It's the horniest trailer I've ever seen. Wuthering Heights or Wuthering Heights.
Heights, yeah.
My goodness. Yeah, I just wanted to. There was these two old ladies sitting in front of us, and one battle after another, and that trailer came on. It's like Margot Robbie's like tits are out, and she's like fingering a fish's mouth, and like sexy music is playing. I'm just like, what do they? I mean, it's like over the top for me. Like it's almost comical. Like I don't know. I don't think it's a very good trailer, and I cannot believe we're gonna have to watch that trailer until Valentine's Day. But I just want to know what they were thinking, and we don't talk about it in this video, but even one battle after another, there were moments often. I was like, what do they think about this? They're like 75 years old, just like not for them, I don't think. But you've seen that trailer, Wuthering Heights, or Wuthering?
Once, yeah, I think it's Wuthering.
Is it based off of a Jane Austen novel or something?
Novel, yeah, it's like Pride and Prejudice. It's like
but is it is it just like Pride and Prejudice, but like sex? It's very like that's the only thing we learn about that is just like it's sex. There's a lot of sex in the movie.
Like a modern retelling. I'm not sure if it's like.
I don't even think it's modern. They're dressed like.
Yeah, that's true.
That era.
I don't know. I would think that's probably true to the source material. I'm not sure, but I did think of the two trailers that I saw, and the first was what I thought was Del Toro's Frankenstein, which I was like, oh cool.
Yeah, we got the same one. The Bride.
Yeah, but it's like the director is like a famous actress.
It's Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, yeah. So it didn't look awful. I
No,
was like interested.
it looks
It
very
looked
like
very
stylized. It's almost like
yeah.
mobster, like a Bonnie and Clyde. It
Yeah,
feels like a
it's
Bonnie and
Christian
Clyde.
Bale as Frankenstein, right? And then
Christian
who's the
Bale,
bride?
the actress from Men, and I'm thinking of Ending Things. What the hell's her name?
Jesse Buckley,
Jessie
I think
Buckley,
her
yeah,
name.
who's also
Yeah.
really good in pretty much everything she's been in. So I
Right.
don't doubt
Well,
the acting's gonna be great.
I'm
But
interested, but I definitely was thinking it was Del Toro's Frankenstein. I'm like, oh, this is
yeah,
not what I thought his movie was going to be.
yeah,
Um,
it
there's
gave off
that, and
like
then
Cruella. I never saw Cruella, but that's the
yeah,
vibe it gave me. Is like
like episode
Cruella
Cruella.
vibes, like
Hmm.
anarchy and yeah. I don't know. It looked fine.
The other one that I saw before both movies, and is kind of relevant to talk about as we're here on streaming on YouTube, is Chris Stuckman's new movie. I don't know how if you're really
Who?
familiar with Chris Stuckman. Yeah, Chris Stuckman he's like a YouTube reviewer, movie reviewer. He's like one of the OGs. If you typed in, if you just go back 10 years, type in any movie when you go home on YouTube, he's like one of the top three guys that would come up.
Hmm.
Very, very mixed opinions on YouTube. Has had a very big, strong following. Has had some fall off moments. He wanted to be a screenwriter, and he posted one of his ones for a Superman movie. And you may have heard the meme from this, where he had one of the lines was Batman saying, or Superman saying, like, "Tell that to Zod's snapped neck" or something. And that is just you still see that on the internet to this day. Like Reddit just roasted the guy. He's an ex-Mormon, like just very interesting guy, and then all of a sudden he grew like a huge YouTube following, wanted to become a filmmaker, and so then started doing like a I'm not gonna criticize movies anymore on my channel. I'm only gonna say positive things because now I'm like in the
He don't
industry and
want
I
his
don't
shit
want
to
to.
get criticized. Yeah.
Yeah, so people are very mixed on that, but he has now made this movie called Shelby Oaks, and it actually looks
Oh yeah.
pretty good. It
I
looks kind of decent.
I'm
It's
torn.
mixed. It's like
I
on
think
the line.
atmospherically it looks excellent. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not convinced by the lead actress in the trailer, and the whole movie's
Agree.
going to hinge on her performance. I think it looks like it's going to be following her. Period. That's it, and her
Yeah.
interacting with things, and she does not look very good. But I'm hoping I'm wrong because yeah, I have seen that's been blown up. We didn't get that trailer for this one. I think maybe we got it. I don't know if we got it either. I think I just looked it up because there was so much like talk about it.
Yeah. I think I agree with her, but I think this is more of a low budget movie than people realize, and I think for that she's probably a nobody. And I think if you want this, watch this at your local film festival. I feel like she'll be good for that. But I do
Maybe.
know it's yeah maybe it's Neon that picked it up, and supposedly they gave him a bunch more money to go back and film it and make it gorier, which just in general, the studio
Hmm.
giving you more money to go film more is like pretty rare. So they seem to believe in the project. It's definitely got a lot of hype because he's got this YouTube following, and I expected him to never make anything that even looks partially this good. So I'm kind of like, all right, I'll go into and I don't think he's got a huge role, but Keith David is in it.
Who? Keith
From
David.
uh, Keith David.
Is that Requiem for a Dream guy? He's got the big gap
Yeah,
tooth. He's
yeah,
at
the Gap Tooth,
yeah.
Princess and the Frog Villain. They Live, like
He's
all.
in it.
I mean, he's in it, so I bet it's a smaller role.
Hmm.
So it's kind of got me interested. I went in pretty like arms crossed. I've been pretty down on Chris Tuckman over the years. He's kind of a goober, but it's kind of cool to see anyone just go from I'm just gonna make videos on YouTube to now I've made a movie that's getting marketed pretty heavily. So I agree. Atmospherically, it
Yeah,
looks
they're
kind of
pushing it
creepy.
hard. It's all over
Yeah,
Reddit ads for that. Or all yeah, there's a ton of them. So far, none of the cheesy ones though. So that's good.
right.
Is it coming out
Coming out
soon or
February 24th. So
October
like it could be
24th?
a big Halloween. If it's like pretty decent, I could see it doing pretty well. I assume it's
Nice.
competing with the Black Phone too. Is my guess.
Yeah, I would say what are the big like? Are those the big horror? There's not as many like. There's been a ton of horror this year, but like, what are the big horror
It
movies
looks
coming out this month?
like Black Phone 2, actual Del Toro's Frankenstein, which might just be straight to
I think that's a
Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah, I think that's straight to Netflix. which is a
We're
shame.
re-releasing Trick or Treat in theaters, which is fun. Great
That's
anthology
cool.
Halloween movie for anyone that's not seen it. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really know. So I think Shelby Oaks is definitely they're
Yeah.
pushing it. So it's like Black Phone 2, very much the studio film, Hollywood film, and then Shelby Oaks, the like indie horror hit, hopefully for them.
I thought
So
there was another one, but maybe not.
maybe the
I'm,
other Frankenstein movie. I don't remember when that was coming out.
no, I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh, and December is Paul Rudd and Jack Black's Anaconda
Yeah, I
remake.
saw that. That's pretty crazy.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
Shelby
don't.
Oaks. So keep an
Yeah,
eye.
that's the 24th. Yeah. The new Yorgos Lanthimos is on the 31st, but I
Nice.
don't think that's a horror, right?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. It's interesting with so many horror movies coming out this year, but there's not really anything competing for Halloween week or Halloween month, except for those.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm excited for those. I'll watch them both for sure. Black Phone's gonna be the movie of 2025. The iconic grabber, the iconic hairstyle.
Everybody loves them.
Who?
I said everybody loves them. I didn't see it at Horror Nights, but they did have the phone booth photo op at Halloween Horror Nights this year. You could go and take a picture.
That's cool.
So people
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it more in concept than execution, but we'll see. I think at the very least, 2 looks better than 1. And if we're going up, that's a fine path
Yeah.
for us to take. So,
Hmm.
all right, well, let's talk about the 2 movies that we chose. So, we continued we'll start with the Shudder exclusive. And this was my choice. I don't know if, but every time has it been you choose? I think it's you choose one, I choose one.
Yeah.
So this time my choice was Anything for Jackson from Shudder. I believe it is a Shudder exclusive, like one of their movies they produced. I'd actually seen it once before years ago, but I remember it being like fun and unique. And so yeah, let's talk spoiler free first. What you gave it, general overall thoughts.
Cool.
Yeah, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, I think it came out in 2020, so I bet you watched like right when it came
I
out.
must have watched
So
it. Yeah. Yep.
and certainly not one I've heard anything about, kind of thing. Anything for Jackson is good. I liked it. I think it's for what it is. It also is like a definitely a low budget. You don't have any stars in it. You don't have the best kind of production value. It's a little rough around the edges looking, but for again, probably I didn't look up the budget, but for what the budget is, they make it work pretty well. And yeah, it really is. It really is about the concept. I think the concept is a very unique one. Wastes absolutely no time jumping right into that concept. Basically, the opening scene just presents you with, here we go. Here's what we're doing. I did like a quick, tiny little bit of reading before, and it looks like I don't know, the 2 directors, 2 writers, or writer director, they wanted to make like a reverse exorcism movie. They said.
Yeah, that's how it's
Um,
like pitched.
so it's kind of that's definitely if that is of interest to you, it might be worth watching. So yeah, I mean it's you're not gonna be blown away by the acting, you're not gonna be blown away by the effects, you're not gonna be blown away by the writing. I think it's just kind of a fun. Yeah, if you're looking for a horror movie with a good gimmicky premise that pretty much works, I think for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Keeps you interested. I think it's definitely worth a watch. Actually, I'm looking back, I never even logged it. I think the timing of it I didn't get on, so I don't know what I would. I feel comfortable giving like at least a 3. I think a
Yeah.
3 out of 5. I feel good about. Like it's a good movie. So yeah, that's my spoiler free.
Yep. I'm kind of at the same. I'm between like a 3 and a 3.5. I think the
Yeah.
production really brings it down for me, but I also think like I have never watched another movie like it, and it's got to get some points for that. Like I had a great time. It is 90 minutes and it's nonstop, and so you just have
Mhm.
there was no like lulls for me, and I just kept wondering like I mean this time obviously I'd seen it, but I honestly forgot a bunch. Other than that, it was like unique, so it was fun it was fun to just, I don't know. It's one of those you just put on and you go along for the ride, and it's memorable because it was unique. But yeah, so premise general. I think I probably objectively it's more of a 3 than a 3.5, but maybe we'll talk about it more when we talk about phenomena. But yeah, it's basically these grandparents that are doing a reverse exorcism on their dead grandson. And so, yeah, reverse exorcism is exactly what it sounds like. They're trying to put a soul, a demon, into a body instead of exorcising it out of a body. But yeah, so let's jump into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, goodbye, or that's okay if you're okay with spoilers. But I think it's worth a watch if you have Shudder. And it is one of those movies that's I think better if you don't know anything. You just go in and watch it and have a good time.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about like the kills, like a slasher or whatever. There's slashers. I would just tell someone like it's okay if I tell you what the story is with Friday the 13th. You go in for the kills most of the time. But yeah, let's jump into spoilers. So, yeah, what you really think?
Am I right in assuming that? I mean, this felt like a recommendation based on the fact that we just talked and I just watched Bring Her Back. Like has very Bring Her Back energy, and the idea of this ritual,
Mm.
like this, right? And Bring Her Back, she trying to
I didn't
raise
even think
her.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, maybe that's why I thought of it because we just got off talking about that recently. Very similar vibes where they're not only kind of they're doing this thing for this ritual, but this one's different because they straight up were talking to her from the beginning, basically telling her this is what we're gonna do. But they're very like calm and they're very like it's like very normalized to them
Yeah.
of like, yeah, we just really want our grandson back, so like we're gonna do this, and
Yeah.
they're not portrayed as crazy. Obviously, they are unwell to the point of making this decision, but they're not like nutso or anything. So that
They
it
have
felt
proof that it works because we get the
right,
flashback that shows her finding the book and using it. So it's not like they're going through all of this with just faith. They've
right.
they've got the proof that this book is got some magical ability.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I think the thing that felt, that still does feel unique. I won't say it felt less unique because I was just going to bring her back, but it felt familiar because I just seen bring her back. But what I really liked was, and maybe this isn't the most original idea either, but this idea of like, because you're doing this, you're opening up these doors and you're inviting in, all these other things that are also trying to latch on, which feels like other like Insidious,
Yeah, anything with like a Ouija board or
right. But it still felt different to me where they play with you with it where you're not sure at first often is this one of those moments or is this a real person. So
mm-hmm.
like the cop was one that stood out to me. The cop like shooting herself in the head was like pretty, you could tell something was going to go on. The way they were filming that was a little funky
Mm-hmm.
where they kept jumping back and forth to her and her looking to the side and stuff, but it was pretty effective. And then they bring that back at least one more time, I think, right, which
like
is like running
6 or
through the
7,
kitchen.
which was one of my favorite parts is like the constant
Yeah.
like looping of events, which I hadn't really seen. Like they're trapped, they can come through and possess someone in order to like make them kill themselves, but then they're stuck in that, like they're almost like stuck in the place they died in like a weird looping purgatory kind of thing. So she's constantly coming back into the room and just like another scene's playing out and she just walks in and just like bam and then like
Yeah.
and then leaves, and it's just like I don't know, stuff like that. I it was like fun attention to detail and just not like borderline. The whole movie was like there was borderline comedic, just like
Yeah.
crazy situation. But not like I wasn't like laughing, but it was like a fun, just like a
No,
fun, like what's going
right.
on? Yeah.
Right. We had looked before, and like this director has basically done every other thing he's done outside of this is the like Christmas Hallmark movies. Like his entire filmography are like Christmas Hallmark movies. So it's just a very
So
interesting like
weird. Yeah.
bunch.
I didn't look
And
into it at all. Did you? Of like what? Why?
no, not really. I mean,
Did he
I
write
assume
this
when he's
or
doing
did
a lot of,
someone go out and get him?
I think he did. No, I think he
That
did.
makes more sense then. than someone like
Yeah,
writing and saying, "We want you on this
right.
project."
Because like someone that did all those Christmas movies to like make a living, and then this is like a actual passion project.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I'm looking at it. I was a little bit wrong. Like at least the main guy, he's been in some stuff. He's been in The Witch. He was in Beau is Afraid. He was in Saw 4.
The
Man of
husband.
Steel. Yeah,
Yeah, I would say
Cube.
he looks
Dead
semi-familiar.
Silence. Like he's
Mm.
definitely the kind of character actor.
Yeah.
And I thought both him and the wife were pretty good.
Yeah,
Like they
I thought so
they
too.
they work well in the part. I definitely so like yeah, you get the opening scene is pretty good where it's like one long extended take where you just starting with them. I don't know if they're cleaning or there's a table or something. I
Yeah,
can't
he's
remember what
like
they're
eating
doing. But
breakfast and she's making
yeah,
coffee or
breakfast.
something like that.
Yeah, and then you get them kind of kidnapping her inside. And so yeah, it's a great opening scene where you're like, oh okay, cool. This is gonna be interesting. See where we're going with this. Is there maybe you remember more than me? He like kind of goofs when he talks to the cop on the phone and says like I saw her walking. Is that just like he's just feeling nervous so he just like overshares details he doesn't need to and gets kind of stuck in a lie? Or
No,
was
I
there
think
some reason that he felt he had to say that? I can't remember.
I think he's. I mean, I think he literally says the. I think he says it because she does walk by their house every day or
Right.
whatever. Um, so I
He's
guess he
just trying to
technically did see her, and that was like part of her routine. Like I saw her walking by my house, but it does the way it's shot because you don't ever see her. You don't. They just say she's here, and then they go out
right.
and get and drag her in. So I didn't. I wasn't under the impression she was walking by. I thought she was there for. I don't know why I thought she was there, but
I think
later
she's
they
there for like an
show it.
appointment with him, which is kind of one of my complaints.
I
You
don't
don't
think
think so?
no, because then we get the flashback, and it's of her just doing her normal daily walk by her house. So I think they just timed it. One of these days when she's walking by the house, we're gonna snatch her. There's no car. There's nothing. They just snatch her while she's walking.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would make more sense. So yeah, I don't know but they kept like leaning into that, of, like, oh, why'd you tell her that you saw her? And like, if it's played for a moment where the cops like,
Well, I think it's probably
so
because like technically she probably couldn't find anyone that saw her after that, and so
yeah,
therefore you're the last person that saw her,
correct.
and
But
that.
why even say it? Like, you don't have to be looking outside your house.
Well,
Like
I think he said it to the he didn't say it to the cop. He said it to the receptionist, who then told the cop. She's like, "Oh, but you saw her walking by your house." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I did. Whoops."
that's why he feels like committed to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he
That's right.
couldn't back out of the lie in front of her, or not the lie, but the
Yeah,
or the truth or whatever. He just had to commit to it.
yeah.
But that part was pretty tense. I thought when like he's on the phone, she's just like, "No, I'm coming to your house. I'll be there in 10 minutes." And he's just like, I think he does like one of those like freak out like fuck. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty fun.
Something.
What
I'll
did you
put it
think of
out.
the? So there's like three, I would say, or four, but three really like iconic like visual haunts, which are the flosser. Uh,
Yes, that's one of the best for sure.
yeah, the flosser, the ghost trick or treat,
Trick or
and
treat.
the contortionist like baghead or whatever we want to call it.
Yes.
So and to me, I thought all three were great. I mean, the trick
Yeah.
or treat's the least scary, but with the elevator when it comes up and he's like huge, I thought that was really fun.
Pretty good.
But the
Um,
flosser's the flosser is
Flosser's
good.
good. I thought the Flosser was the wife
Yeah,
at first. But that's not right.
it's
It's
not. It's
like
just
a
some lady.
yeah. It's really good. Also bring her back energy a little bit with the teeth. But
Mm,
yeah, the teeth all falling out was really good. And then yeah, Trick or Treat was good. I agree. Like a lot of the like first ones weren't that scary when it was just like kind of kid voice and whatever. But like the big version was pretty good.
yeah,
And then yeah, the contortionist, which of course gave me like climax energy in a recent movie
yeah,
we watched with someone doing that. Could have been the same actor, honestly.
yeah,
But I agree, all those were good. They were pretty like memorable things to put in there for sure.
yeah.
Um,
And then
I think
the main like I guess antagonist the like the Satanist who lives in his mom's basement with like the actual the comb over to end all comb overs.
Yeah, it was
Um,
kind of brutal.
and on purpose though, it feels like because there's like in the scene where things are going wrong, it's like blown back and like it definitely
Right.
felt like a choice. Um,
Right.
but I thought he. What do you think of him?
Yeah, I thought he was an interesting character.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
mean,
played it pretty well. I thought
played it well. Yeah, I feel like they cast him. He
he very
cast.
like
They cast him.
ratty looking.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he's got the look for sure. Um, but it was just a good addition too for just kind of like shaking things up with just another character in the
Yeah,
story. What do you think about the kidnapped girl? Because I feel like yeah, she's not very good,
I didn't like her.
and
It's the
I
weakest
feel
part of
like
the movie for me.
she's like settles in a little too quick in the beginning,
She
which
just
is just
to
like
me like her. I
okay,
don't know. I just got sick of the screaming and the. I know that you're kidnapped and like sell it to me, but like it just was like I don't know. It was just over. It felt like drama kid acting instead of someone that was truly kidnapped. For me,
right,
I thought she was fine. I like her. I like the idea of her as a character, and I like the whole like. I like how she tricks the. Well, first of all, there's two tricking parts, but I like that she tries to talk her into like letting her live. I think that's like
mm-hmm.
a good way to do it. But I thought one of the best tricks in the movie was the phone. The phone part was so
Right.
good.
That was pretty good.
Just to get the
Yeah,
facial unlock. Yeah, I was like, what? Like that was really good.
yeah, I did like that.
But yeah, I thought she
Yeah,
was fine. Needed. I mean, that is a tough role to play. It's like you're chained to a bed for 90 minutes, and like you gotta. It's arguably probably the hardest role in that movie, and I don't think she necessarily pulled it off. But I think she was fine enough. But definitely the weakest of the main actors for me.
right. I forgot about another visual was the snowplow guy, the neighbor.
Yeah, he
That
was
was pretty
funny.
good too.
He was very like you take him, you could literally copy paste him in the beginning, copy paste him
Right.
into a Christmas Hallmark movie.
Right. Yeah, he's a Christmassy neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah,
But his kind of death scene was good.
yeah.
I thought I liked it. It was definitely a good shock.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, I overall like that. I think it's for yeah what it is, kind of unknown director with not a super high budget. I think they made it memorable enough where it's pretty solid, and it's like a good Shudder.
Yeah,
It's like exactly what you want on Shudder.
yeah. I mean, I think I would tell any fan of horror to watch this. It's not going to be your favorite movie, but you probably won't
Mm-hmm.
have seen anything like it. And for that, it's just nice to see something original when there's not a ton of originality in horror right now, or maybe there just hasn't been in a while. Like everything now is just, slasher. You know exactly what you're going to get, and
Mm-hmm.
then now there's like the um, trauma horror is like the big thing right now. It's interesting because I was
Mm-hmm.
watching a Half in the Bag. They put out, I think today they put out a Freddy vs. Jason, like they call it like their review of them.
Really,
Like
yeah.
they rewatched it and they did say something. I was like, wow, that's true. That they're like talking about how there's like the classic Jason scene of like girl running down the dock saying like, come on, let's go swimming, and like takes her clothes off, and he's like, and there's nudity, which there isn't in horror anymore. And I was like, yeah, there really isn't nudity in horror. They kind of we've kind of moved away from that, even in like
Mm-hmm.
slasher movies, really, which is I don't know. I'm okay with that, but it was something I was just like, yeah, because it used to be that was it. That's
Right.
like
That was
it was like kills and boobs, and like that's why people
right.
saw slasher movies, and we've kind
Yeah.
of just removed the boobs.
I'm not against it either. I think it goes so hand in hand with horror
Yeah, sex
because
and
it
horror
all
is like the
goes to
yeah
slasher. Yeah, like they're getting kind of punished for their promiscuity. Um, but yeah, I mean he's right. It's probably Jay from them, and like I think he's spot on, or it's just not. And then there's plenty of studies showing, right, like that, like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, like they're like very uncomfortable with nudity in film. They really don't like it.
Well, now
They
it's
think it kind of,
2025 is the year of the cock. Don't forget.
that's true. That's we're balancing it out where it's
Yeah,
still the lady,
exactly. Yeah.
else the guys. But yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, trying to think what I don't have too much else to say. It's just like a easy, fun watch, fun premise. Definitely, like I would like to see what this guy does next. Which I think he told me. What doesn't he have another one
Oh yeah, he
of
has
Letterboxd?
another. It's like a sci-fi horror or something.
Yeah.
Something with AI
So
maybe or
yeah, it feels like, especially if he teams up with the same writer as well. They just seem like they have good vision.
yeah. I would
And
like to see him with another like. It's called DP, right? Something
mhm,
like there was just something off with some of the shots and some of the lighting that I think could get cleaned up. Um,
no,
but
didn't look great.
didn't look very good. Yeah, it looked very hallmarky, which yeah, I guess I didn't really think about it being. I'm sure it is extremely low budget. It's got to be.
Yeah, I would think
So
so.
and
Even
I
the
think the
poster,
things
not the best poster. Like
not
it's
yeah, it's like the upside down cross. Yeah, not a
very
great
fun.
poster, but I will say some of the things that like mattered visually, like the gore, the creatures, all of that. I do think
Yeah,
like for what is probably a small budget, I think they nailed it. Like you can tell the flosser it's prosthetic, but like it looks good and it's creepy.
it's good.
Yeah,
It's
and
definitely
the
good. The
contortionist,
second time you see her from like the side shot, and it's like almost
yeah,
like
the teeth are
yeah,
out a little
yeah,
bit, and then yeah, the contortionist is just literally like a freaking bag over his head, and he does so much with so little.
right.
Um, yeah, I mean he sells that part with the it's like squealing almost or whatever, and
Yeah,
like yeah, and then Trick or Treat. I mean, there's not really much to do visually, but the big one there is. I mean, I don't know how they really did that, but it was good, and they used the elevator disappearing to do that, and yeah, I don't know. I think they did a lot with seemingly a little. I mean, we could be wrong. It
yeah,
could be a bigger budget than we think, but
yeah. I can't imagine. So yeah, and
I can't
yeah,
imagine that.
like got the leads were good. Like they cast two good people to
So wait, what
kind of head
happened?
it.
They both die at the end.
Yeah,
What happens at the very end?
the end's a little ambiguous. Like it's I think when I was looking online, other people because it has like a hard cut to black,
What
and
what's
wasn't
the
there
last
something
thing we
like
see?
wasn't there
Oh
something like
oh,
rubbing the belly or something?
what? Rubbing the
Wasn't
belly.
there some? Yeah, wasn't
I
there
thought I thought it
something?
was like their hand, the two hands, like and their
No,
blood touches or something like
not their
that.
blood like going towards each other.
Yeah, but I don't
Something.
think I think it's just because they died.
Yeah, it's just like a
They died
symbolic.
next to each other. Yeah, but the main
Yeah,
girl gets out, right?
right. Yeah, I think she escapes. I don't. Yeah, I
That's
don't
it.
know. It wasn't like
I can't
the
remember.
strongest. Yeah, it wasn't like the strongest ending. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not much to stick with me on it.
Then they do a
But
sonogram of the pregnant
yeah,
lady's belly, and it's just
yeah.
a baby. It says, "It's me, Jackson.
Me, Jackson, bang.
I'm back."
You guys did
Cut to black.
anything for me?
They, they did anything for me. That was a fun nice little reveal too. The first time she like sees him playing, and yeah, the grandma's just like, oh, "You can see him." Like,
Yeah, yeah. You think he's just in the room? Yeah, that was good. I did like that.
yeah. I think the thing like, I guess I get why it's just becoming more and more of a thing, which it's just like old people don't know how to use technology, haha, and they're like, what's with the phones and the cameras and the flash, and I'm just like, ah. But
Yeah,
and you come up with an intricate plan to get someone's like facial biometrics, and like you're like,
right,
oh,
right.
these.
How the phone works.
If it came out today, they 100% would have said something about the TikToks, and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Which to be fair, it's in one battle after another too, and it makes more sense, but I also just I'm like, take it out, don't care,
Yeah. At
I
least
don't
for
want it.
that, it feels more like a character trait of Leo, this
Yeah,
character, like right. trying to.
I know, but I just don't care. It just dates it. It dates it in a way
Yeah,
that, like, I don't know. Just like,
yeah.
isn't that funny? Old people don't know technology. Isn't that hilarious? But
This what the final thing I'd say is that this would have been interesting to see. You could have approached this from a more heavy comedic way. Like, I feel like you could have done this more as comedy. I would have been curious to see that approach. Like, what would
that,
it plus it up or would it not work? I don't know, but
yeah,
it's like you said, it's like funny and it's like right on the line. Where, like, there's some comedy in there, but I'd say it's more so going for horror. I would have been curious to see if you went from that.
it just feels like it's
Film.
going for like a fun time. It doesn't even feel
Yeah,
like it's going for like like you're supposed to be tense the whole movie or anything. It's just
those moments with all the little demon things are all
yeah,
the creepiest parts.
which to me I think is I don't know. I think that's impressive too. It's just like I can be like having a great time and then just be like, oh wow, that really is like a creepy visual, and then back to like intrigued of just yeah, how are they gonna pull this off? And it really was like yeah, I don't know, just unique because the reverse exorcism, I don't think it's ever been done. Still,
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
yeah.
So
But yeah, so 3 from you. I want to give it like a 3.25, even though we can't really do that. So I think in personal enjoyment, probably 3.5.
yeah,
Objectively, more of a 3. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I think it's probably. I have a feeling when we go through a lot more of the Shudder originals, it will be in the upper half at least,
yeah.
if not
It's
towards the
pretty
top.
competent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that better than Daddy's Head. That's for
Yeah, it's
sure.
much better than Daddy's Head. Daddy's Head, I feel like that's going to be where like 80% of the Shudder
Yeah,
originals are going to land. Is where
mm-hmm.
Daddy's Head is. Maybe. I mean, I hope that's the floor, but I doubt it. I think we'll find stuff worse than that. But all right, let's talk about the other movie. So your pick was Phenomena.
Yeah. I picked Phenomena, Dario Argento. I
Is that
think both of us only.
Suspiria guy?
Yeah, I think both of us only have ever seen Suspiria by him. So I think you should go first, since I picked it. If you're doing the spoiler free
Yeah.
of what you thought of Phenomena.
I did not really like it. I just found myself going like, why? Like laughing because things were so silly, and like I think the almost the opposite of anything for Jackson. It was like this was unique in a bad way. It was the best part of it was the filmmaking side of it. There's some really great shots, some great lighting. There, it felt unique in that way, but the actual story was dog shit. Like I hated it. It just was so dumb and like I don't know. I found myself ready for it to be over like 20 minutes in. I don't know. I'm glad I watched it. I don't know if it's like the Italian horror thing because I actually remember not loving Suspiria. I remember thinking like it's good, but like maybe it's wrong to say, not wrong to say, but maybe people would disagree. But I remember liking the remake of Suspiria a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought Jennifer Connelly was good. I could see why she got, I don't know if this was her first role or what, but she's pretty young. So I could kind of see she's really young. One of the things that bothered me the most, just again, high level overview, there was a lot of voice overs, like redubs, and it drove me nuts. I hated it. I hate that. And there's just like half the movie was that. So I didn't particularly like the gore. I didn't really like the story. I don't think it was trying to be silly, but I found it very silly. So yeah, I think I'm at like a 2.5. I just finished it, so a few hours ago. I didn't get to really think too much on it, but that's my gut feeling is like I would never watch this again, and I wouldn't really recommend this to anybody. I don't think, unless they are like I don't even know what who would you recommend this to?
Yeah. fans of Jennifer Connelly, I guess.
I
Like if
guess.
you're like a Jennifer Connelly completionist. So I'm looking right now and like it was like her first movie ever was Once Upon a Time in America, but I think it's probably a smaller role, and then she immediately went into this. So for her, a big deal. You're starring in a film, and then 1 year later, she's doing Labyrinth. So this is definitely
Wow,
the,
really?
the start of the career. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Dang.
So
She
yeah,
just seemed. I haven't seen Labyrinth in a while, but she looked older than she did in this
yeah.
movie.
Sports side, what we can talk about in spoilers too. Like, it's really hard to talk about Jennifer Connelly in film because it's very much associated with her how attractive she is, and it's
There were
just
some
a very
moments where I
weird.
was like,
Yeah, she's very like sexualized in a lot of film when she's young, and it's a little uncomfortable. She is clearly a very striking person. I mean, she's I get why if you're making a movie, this so you want starring in your film. She's just got like a look that's just she just stands out, and but it is a little, there's a little bit in this. Even Labyrinth has some creepy stuff. So I don't know, but I think yeah. Well, I'll give my overall thoughts. So yeah, I'm mixed on it myself. It was a hard watch. That's how I would describe this movie. It's a hard watch because it is not, and it did take me back to that first time watching Suspiria, where it's just like this is not your average Hollywood movie. Like
mm-mm.
the plotting is convoluted. At some point, you're like, what the hell is even going on here? Yeah, it was like it's hard to follow the actual storyline. And I think after seeing this in Suspiria, clearly Dario Argento, it's the style of the substance that's being championed for him, right? Like his style is like to me it is remarkable. It's standout. It's different. It's very unique, and it's very just like stuff I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And Suspiria, known for its use of like color, and just like in this one, use of music where he's got like Goblin doing this like crazy songs. This one also had like
Iron
metal,
Maiden.
right? Like
There's Iron
rock
Maiden.
metal,
Yeah.
Iron Maiden, like yeah, and I think when I first watched it, I think I was looking into it a little bit, and there's some like interesting stories behind that. He's like a Italian director who has like reverence for America and Hollywood, and you can tell in the idea of her being like a famous actor's daughter is like this big part of this movie. Behind the scenes, apparently he really wanted the dad to be Al Pacino. I wanted to use clips from his films and stuff, and Pacino was like, "Hell no, I don't want anything to do with this movie," which is
Yeah.
great. Um, so yeah, very, very all over the place. I had moments where I was like super invested and super interested. You have I can't remember his name. It's the Donald Pleasance from Halloween,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is good to see. Like, and he's I think really good in his role. Um, One thing, yeah, I've watched a little bit more Italian horror since Suspiria. Mario Bava is like a famous Italian director, and I once kind of put a criticism or complaint about one of his films was called Demons, which is a lot of fun. And put that about the dubbing. I was like, it's awful. And pretty much someone just schooled me on it. Like, this was Italian cinema for a long time. This is how they did it. It just doesn't mean it's good, but this was like the industry over there, all Italian film, which I think especially horror. This is what they would do. They would dub in everything after the fact, and so it's very jarring from like Hollywood.
It's the mix.
You have that.
I mean, it probably would be more infuriating if it was the entire thing, but like to me, it just felt like we can't figure out audio. Like it's outside, they're filming outside. It's windy as hell. They
I
probably
think they
it
just
just
go
felt like we
like,
can't figure it out without the against the
right.
microphone. So we're gonna have you, and it's not even that like they're dubbing the lines. It's that you can tell they are directing the actors to say their lines like this so it's easier to dub. And like
Dude, it's just like
yeah,
that
but
was the model.
it just
But it's
nothing takes me out faster than that when you're going from a scene where it's clearly them speaking naturally to them like yeah, just
right.
the yeah, I didn't like it.
It's definitely it definitely is distracting. So I like Jennifer Connelly. I think she's good in the role. She's a very interesting character. It just it's all over the place. I think it ends very strong. We'll talk spoilers, but I did really like the ending. I think the last like sequences are pretty enjoyable and some of the highlights of the film. And honestly, I've gone back and listened. I do really like the main theme
The
and
main
a
theme's
couple of the
great.
sub themes. are really good.
I would say
Like,
you take out the Iron Maiden song that plays
yeah,
twice, and I think it's like one of the most like I could see it being one of the most like iconic soundtracks. It's
yeah, it's
really
really good.
good. Yeah.
So that helped for me. But yeah, it's a really hard one to rate, and it's like you said, who's this for? It's like you're not gonna recommend this to your average just horror fan. To me, this is like if you're into Italian horror, Italian cinema,
That's
you're
it.
into Jennifer Collins.
That's it.
Well, I think if you're into like weird campy horror, like this would be I think this would be a fun one to watch with friends. I do. Like there are
What?
some, like you said, it's pretty goofy.
It's
Like
long
moments
though.
are
It was a
it
long
feels long.
hour and 50. It's an hour and 50 minutes, and it was a
Okay, yeah,
long
that's
hour and 50 minutes.
a long one, but and there's some just like really slow scenes where it's like she's over at Donald Pleasance's house, and it's like, all right, like you're talking about the bugs, we get it. But I'll save most of the rest for spoilers. But yeah, I didn't hate this movie. It is a challenging watch. I could see. I don't know if I would rewatch, but upon rewatches, I could see me growing more fond of it as one of those kind of almost like a labyrinth. Not as good as labyrinth for me, but just something one of those that like with each rewatch you come to love a little bit. It has some great like kills. Like I think some of those moments were pretty good, but from like a story, you're just again so convoluted that you're like struggling to even keep up with what's going on. So it's definitely more like a style over substance vibes over actual substance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give 3 stars out of 5. I think there's enough there for me where, but it probably is close. It's probably closer to a 2.5. But the ending did bring it up for me a little bit. I did like the ending a lot.
The ending was
So
good. I just don't know if I felt like it earned it. And I just was like, what? Like, what?
yeah, I mostly did not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's get into spoilers. So, here we go. Spoilers. I don't know. It's one of those things that, like, if you're already here in the video because you're watching, you sat through spoilers of another movie you probably haven't seen. So,
Yeah.
you're probably not. I'm not time stamping it or anything. So, spoilers. Here we go.
I think it's kind of hard to spoil this movie because again, like you're really not here for the plot by the end of it. Like if you told me everything about this movie, you still can get a lot of enjoyment out of it because it is about like the individual sequences. But there's a lot to like. Her character is interesting. It's a unique idea. This it has this connection with the
Makes
bugs with the
bugs
insects.
horny.
Yeah. It doesn't ever really use it to its like full
Yeah, it
interesting
does.
like. Think so?
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
what? What would you say?
the firefly and the fly.
Like what do you mean?
There's two.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
There's
So.
two sequences where she literally discovers. So the firefly, she's just out. Her roommate goes out,
Yeah.
which
Follows
like,
it.
yeah, and she goes out for whatever. I don't remember why she goes out. Jennifer Connelly's character because she's dumb. Apparently, she's. I gotta say, she's one of the dumbest main
Of
characters.
course. Like yeah.
She's so dumb. It hurts.
Yeah.
Like, and there's moments where like, especially towards the end, like, how do you not figure it out that this lady is not good news? Like, she even does like, I don't know, like, it just was like, come
maybe so she's
on.
coming from the home of a famous actor, and so she's been spoiled her whole life, and now she's faced with challenge with her adversity. I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah,
so
she's
she wakes up, friends outside.
Firefly.
She goes outside and she just is like, I don't know what to do. And then the firefly like comes and is like, follow me, and then brings her to the glove. And then
Glove.
even the glove is just like, it's just a glove. But then we find out that the maggots that were in the glove touch her and show her the vision of her roommate being killed. So that's like two big ones right there. And then later on, the whole thing is like the fly, which are like the sarcophagus flies that are only attracted to human flesh or whatever, rotting flesh. And so, yeah, that whole final sequence, she finds the body of, or I don't even know anymore. The serial killer's old home or something like that, where the first girl dies.
It's like one of the layers of the. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's used for plot, but like they have that. I think it's like on the poster. It's like this famous shot of the movie where she's being ridiculed by all the people in the
It's
place where
another
she lives.
funny
And
scene.
that's all very like Suspiria. This like the place with all like boarding. It's like that's very Suspiria.
Yeah,
And she attracts all the millions of flies on the window. So I guess in the final showdown, I was anticipating her like calling
she
on the
does.
bugs.
She
She
does.
does.
When
Remind me
she's
of that.
on the boat with Jason Voorhees,
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's true.
and
Sure,
they literally surround. They fly onto him. They like take his skin
that's
off
true. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
because
yeah.
she's
It's I just
screaming. She's about to die, and then they come to the rescue.
it's not the killer. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a couple weeks, so yeah, I forgot about that. I remember the books. I remember her in the water, and that's like the very very end. But
Hmm.
yeah, she goes to the lair, ends up falling in the pool with like the nasty bodies and just like grossness, right?
But wait, so
She's like,
that's my first question. How? So she gets picked up from the train station by the lady who brought her to the place.
yeah,
Same lady picks her up. Clearly, this well, not even the serial killer, but just like protecting her son, who is the serial killer or killer or whatever we want to call him.
right, right. You
And
hear what his name was? The like mutilated guy.
nah,
It's like Patau, Patau or something.
but
Patau.
um, that's not the same house as the house that's like on the market now
I don't know.
in the
Probably not.
Alps. I think it's somewhere else. So like I don't even I think that we are supposed to believe that's where she was because she's new to the school. It's got the same chains that he breaks out of. So he probably broke
Right.
out, killed the girl, then they moved, and she is now rechained him up. Or actually, we never really find out if she rechained him up, but she changed the detective up in the same exact manner. So I think it's
Right.
a new house. So nothing ever happens with the old house except for she goes there. The detective goes there as well, and then the handyman there that just somehow can't smell year-old rotting flesh as he's cleaning up the house, but whatever. And it's not even like the floorboard; it's like there's holes in the floor, like huge
Right. Right.
holes in the floor that
Right.
yeah, it's like come on, yeah. So she goes to the new house, and sorry I interrupted you because I just need to clarify where the hell everything was.
Yeah. That's it. Just like she ends up falling into this pit, right?
Yeah. She goes down to the tunnel, which
That's
it's
right. The
another
tunnel.
funny scene because like the phone falls into this hole and it's tumbling, the wires going through it, and then she gets down to a perfectly horizontal flat tunnel. I'm like, where did this phone fall to? How did it hit? And then it was just like,
Yeah.
so yeah, which but it was still a good scene. Like her crawling was nicely shot, and then yeah,
Pretty good.
the detective like gets her, and you think it's the mom, but it's really the
Right.
detective trying to be like, "Hey, I'm a good guy," and then yeah, she falls into the pit of muck and body
Yeah. It's just like
parts.
gross stuff. Yeah. Yep. Um. Yeah. So more from there. But I also want to jump back because yeah, I do. I mean, we got the opening scene. I can't remember right now exactly how the girl dies, but I remember being really good. The
It's good.
windows crashes or something. What
It's really
happens? It's like by a waterfall.
it's by a waterfall, and there's like a shot, and she like backs up, and there's like a hole in the rock where you can see the waterfall going, and then
Yeah.
she gets like stabbed, and then actually like her head flings back, it breaks glass. So I don't know if there's actually really glass there, or it's just supposed to mimic what
It's like
happens later. Why was there glass there? It's
it's just
on.
like a little viewing point on the waterfall or something. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
guess so. I guess so. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good kill, and also what I liked the weapon, but what the hell was it? It was like it felt like I don't. He was like putting it together like a freaking camping stake or
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like that.
pole vaulting pole or. I mean, it was. I
Uh,
guess it was unique, but and it's
yeah,
just
I don't know what it was.
yeah.
So, but I like that. I like Donald Pleasance. I love the chimp,
The chimp was
Inga or
great.
something.
The
Chimp was
chimp
one
was
of the best
so
parts of
cute.
the movie. I
Yeah,
really like the chimp. Obviously, like modern day, we're moving away from the like using them for actors and stuff, but he's definitely a character in this movie. Just the idea of him like wheeling
I think
Donald
it's a
Pleasance out of a
she.
wheelchair is so good. Or she, yeah, it's so good, and his home is really good.
Mostly. You can tell they built that elevator stair. It's like she gets off it and it goes like like
the relationship's a little creepy at times, unfortunately. Again, like the Connolly stuff, like never like too explicitly, but I feel like there's a couple of like
I don't know if I found it. It felt more like mentor-y for me.
yeah.
I will admit
It's
there were
a,
moments, especially when it was them, where I was maybe on my phone a little bit because
yeah,
they're like
well,
10-minute scenes of like
talking about
the bugs, and then like there's so many goofy things in this movie. Like he's telling her all these bug facts and stuff, and he's just like he moves one thing off. He's like, I wrote a book. It's like clearly they like printed out his name and like bugs by this guy and put it on a white sheet of paper and folded it around like a hardcover book. It's like that's the cover of your book that you want people to read. Come on. I will say the hardest I laughed though. This doesn't have anything to do with them. But was there a moment that got you that you can think of?
That's what I remember from laughing.
The one that got me the most was when she's in the hospital bed. She's being watched, and there's like the lady watching her. This whole scene was hilarious because she's like, I can't even remember why she's there. What happened to where she? It's after she passes out doing the bug thing when she's getting bullied. Which, by the way, that's even funny too. Like they find the note.
I think it's where I laugh. Like, aren't they? Like she's just walking by them, and they just do like the classic bully thing, right? Where they're just like, "Look at this piece of shit."
Yeah. So there's like 4 girls in the headmaster in her room, and they find the note and they're reading it out loud. Then Jennifer Connelly says, "That's mine." She takes it, and then immediately like 400 girls surround her and are making like bug jokes about her. It's like this doesn't even have time to spread. There's
it's like it's cheesy like bullying stuff.
Yeah, it's
like,
so cheesy.
Typical. Yeah.
Anyway, so then she passes out from using her bug powers, I guess. After saying, I love you all to the bugs. So she wakes up in the hospital bed, and the headmaster is like to this adult, like, watch her and get me as soon as she wakes up. Which Jennifer Connelly is awake in that scene, but I guess they couldn't tell. So the lady sits down. She sits down, she leans down, she gets her knitting stuff, and then it cuts to Jennifer Connelly, like, peeking, and then it cuts back to the knitting lady already asleep. She's immediately asleep.
Yeah, I forgot about that scene.
Which is funny.
And then she, like, sneaks out, right?
Yeah.
That was a little tense.
That's the best part. She's
gonna wake her up or something.
Yeah, well, she's so loud, first of all.
She makes a ton of noise,
She makes a ton of noise, and then... Yeah, there's like the cuckoo clock going. And then the best part of the whole movie is the knitting needle. The knitting needle's like on her and it starts sliding off, and Jennifer Connelly's like, and then it falls off the chair and sticks down into the yarn, and it's silent. It just killed me. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I am curious. One part I remember in that scene was when she takes out the IV. It looked like she really took out an IV.
Yeah.
Like the juice of the IV came and there was like blood immediately. I feel like it was like, we're going to put an IV in you. Like obviously there's no actual water or liquids going in, but like I think they really stuck her with something, or it was very realistic.
I could see it. I could definitely see it, but
oh my gosh. Yeah, the knitting needle killed me. I was dying. And then the beheading at the end was just so obvious that was going to happen. Well, first of all, how did he find her there? Where is he? Like, just on this, like, he just shows up, and it's just the constant, oh my gosh, it's you. And it's cutting back and forth, and just whoop. It was great. I mean, I loved it, but it was very funny. It was a comedic moment. Huh?
And it ends with the chimp.
The chimp. Oh my gosh.
I really like that.
And it's so cute too. Afterwards, it's like it's like looking from like down below, looking at her and looking all like sad, and like it learned because early in the movie, the guy is like, "Where did you get that? It's sharp, it cuts you." And he tries to cut the book, and it doesn't even work the first time. So he like tears it a little bit, and then is like, "It cuts." and that's how she learned how to cut.
It's good. It's like pretty brutal on the face, even though it doesn't look like at some point you can tell it's just like swiping across, like it's not
Yeah,
doing anything, but it's like brutal. Like
it's
it's
pretty
just like
brutal.
he's carving her up. So I liked it as an ending, and I'm looking on Letterboxd. This is a review that I liked. They gave it 3 stars. So the issue with the phenomenon for me is that it never seems to go too far, and it takes way too long to go far enough. I wish the entire experience were as batshit as the last few minutes. I kind of agree.
It turns into like
Um,
it literally goes from like Suspiria to Friday the 13th for me.
yeah, yeah, and it doesn't really earn that transition at
No,
all. Just like there's
I
like two different halves to it.
I I
But
thought for sure after the flies come down and take the boy Batua into the water, he's like his flesh is falling off because the flies are in, and that's just her like sitting peacefully in the boat. And I was like, no way are we about to get a Friday the 13th thing, which, to be fair, we don't. But can you explain to me what the hell happens afterwards? Because she goes in the water, and clearly it's like, okay, he's going to show up. And he does. She's swimming.
right,
There's these underwater shots, which are great. They look great. And then he shows up grabbing her foot and everything. And then they like resurface, and then there's fire, and then he just like lets her go. His
yeah,
head's
it's
like bobbing. It's just like that was his last effort, I guess.
yeah, I think he just gets like killed by the flames, but it's like not
He's
very.
not even near the flames at that point.
Yeah, it's
He
not
never
very like
catches on
clear.
fire. No, it's not clear at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. So yeah, it's definitely messy. There's like one time where in the middle of the movie where I think it might be the night where she goes to the firefly. I don't know, but just like the wide shot of the house, and it's just like her coming out of the house, going down the stairs, and then later it's her going back, and even when she gets in, like they just are holding. I was just like, dear
Yeah.
Lord, what are we doing here? Like, so yeah, I don't know. He's I definitely didn't dislike it at all, and like it makes me want to watch more of his stuff because it's definitely at least someone I can respect for like they have a vision. That vision is maybe a little
So what if
convoluted.
bugs were?
And,
What if bugs
yeah,
in a horror movie?
I think that's why he saw like a real murder case where like they somehow figured out who the murderer was by bugs. I think that's what the inciting like story was for this, which is interesting. And the idea of her being psychically connected to these bugs was interesting. Doesn't maybe go as interesting as it could go. But yeah, I mean, I think for like a making her a star, I think it is successful. Like him somehow bringing over this American actress and convincing her to come star in this film. Um, I really like Donald Pleasance. Oh, we didn't talk about his death. His death was decent. Like that scene in the
But
house
also,
was decent.
like now, that's the mom.
I think it's the mom.
So the mom and the
Thing.
son both use the same weapon because
Yeah, I think so.
why? I don't
I
get
think
it.
they're working together. I think
Are
they're
they
just
working
working together.
together? She has it in
I
the
think it is.
beginning.
Yeah. It's like kind of protecting.
She's protecting him and like
Yeah,
covering up. I could see that kind of stuff where
yeah,
she's like killing to keep him like protected, but like by
right,
using the same weapon, and like she also keeps him chained up sometimes because he wasn't
yeah,
chained up in this one or at the end, but clearly that was him chained up in the first part because he's like ripping the things out, and then
right.
where was she? Which probably just out, and that's fine. But like he
Just
was
doing it.
chained up then kills somebody, so then she decides I'm not gonna chain you up anymore. I'm gonna let you be
Right.
free. And
Let
so
you do.
yeah, I guess I'd be curious as to like, and she's like she must be letting him because she's working at the school, and there's girls that are
Yeah,
dying like nightly at the
right.
school, so she's letting her son do it. I don't know.
I
It
don't know.
doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Convoluted plot. Like it's yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I think the gore elements are some of the strong points, which Sam like Suspiria. I think that's just something he's good at doing. I do like the music outside of the Iron Maiden, and I'm looking right now. There's like a Motorhead song as well.
Oh, maybe it's the
Um,
Motorhead song that there's one it's the same one twice. It's talking about like a dragon or something like
yeah,
that. And it's like
yeah,
during like a chase scene of like getting chased by a killer, which I it was a risk, and I'm okay with you taking that risk. I don't think it worked for me.
It doesn't work for me. Yeah, it's very like what's the term? And it's like opposite of I don't know. I
It's
can't
very
think of it, but
jarring.
yeah,
It almost
yeah, it's
felt
very
like you
jarring.
put the like it's like you could put that
Yeah,
over a killer killing
just
somebody, but
because
like
like it's Argento just like loves. It's just like him. Like I love this song. It's so
put it in the
cool. Like
credits or
I gotta put this one. Yeah,
yeah, I don't
it
know.
definitely has a unique style. There's no doubt about that. Does it work? Not in the conventional way, for sure. I can see where I think a lot of his films are popular in the like boutique Blu-ray world. People love rewatching these because they're filled with color and they're campy and they're, I'm sure the behind the scenes is interesting. Does that work for most people? No, and I think yeah. I don't think I would recommend it to many people. But if you're looking for like a camp, just like something, it's definitely unique. I can say that, right? Like I watch this, I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. The feel feels unlike anything I've seen from a movie.
It felt a little to
Is that
me. The only
yeah,
thing it felt like was Suspiria, which, to be fair, if that's your style, that's
right?
I think it's because of him. But that it did give me Suspiria vibes for a
There's a
lot of
lot of
it.
for sure. I can see where Suspiria is more successful, has been more successful than this.
It's
It's
more
more of a
grounded.
straightforward story. Yeah, it's more grounded, and like actually makes a bit more sense and
Yeah,
follow the plot a bit more straightforwardly. But yeah, I don't know. I still had fun. I love the chimp.
Chip
Closing
was
out
good.
the episode, the chimp was really good, and I think she is pretty good in it. So yeah, good stuff.
The Muse. There were quite a few Muse shots where I was like, he's into Jennifer. He feels like he's into Jennifer Connelly a little bit.
I think unfortunately is noted for being like a bit of a creep.
Do we know
Unfortunately,
how old
I
she
think
was in this? She had to have been young. I mean, she looks
I think
very
they're like
young.
team she's supposed to be or something, but
Yeah,
she
she's.
looks
I
like
could.
she's under that in real life. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Too young to have. I mean, I will say though, there weren't any like. There were moments where I was like, "Oh no, we're gonna get her coming out of the water and like all white, and it's gonna be like see through."
Never,
But like, it was covered up, so at least there's that. Because I
yeah,
was worried about that. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be. It's like, oh, it's just the Italian filmmaking thing. But so
yeah.
I guess props
Definitely never
there.
really that far.
Yeah,
But I think probably if there was like a documentary made about Jennifer Connelly, I assume this is where it would really start with just like this was this huge opportunity for her. This Italian director was like, saw you in Once Upon a Time in America. I think you could do way more. Let me bring you over here, and definitely a risky movie to make. I think on her end, but
sure.
paid
Seems like
off
it's
in the
one that
end.
not many people saw. So
No, yeah, especially not in
did
America,
this
and
come
probably
out?
not over
Was this after Suspiria or before?
there. That's a good question. In my mind, it's before.
It
But
feels
let me
like
look up.
in execution feels like a before.
Right. It actually was after. So, um, his second most popular on Letterboxd is called Deep Red. I want to
Hmm.
watch that one for a long time. That one came out in '75. Superior '77. He's got one called Inferno 1980, and then this was until '85. So,
Wow,
but yeah, it does feel like almost like a precursor to Superior. Then you kind of fix things a little bit in time for that. But yeah, I guess not.
interesting.
So
Yeah,
interesting stuff.
yeah, it was fun. I mean, I'm glad I watched it, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I could see this
yeah.
being a movie that like a film snob would like argue me to the ground that it's a 5 star and a perfect film, and I just don't get
Right.
it. But
No.
I don't know. I think it's got
Yeah, I would not.
some problems. There's another moment that it was the very beginning. I was just like, oh. It's like she gets picked up by the mom, turns out, and which also I didn't even realize like the guy at the end. I was like, is this her dad that's picking her up? Like, and it's just like a driver named like Morris.
Yeah.
Morris. I think it was
Oh,
Morris or something like that. But the mom picks her up and they're chatting in the back of the cab. There's a lot of dialogue that felt very unnatural and like it felt rehearsed. Where she I think the line was something like, "Oh, your father is terribly something," but she gets interrupted. So she's like, "Oh, your father's terribly," and then Jennifer Connelly's like, "Yes, he is." And I was just like, "Oh, hurt."
Yeah, it doesn't feel natural. It's very like the whole movie is a little like dreamlike, and maybe that's just like a I don't know if he's going for that. Like I don't know if I give it to him. It's like a giving you credit for that, but it feels dreamlike in the sense of your brain's just kind of like what the hell's going on here?
Felt
Like
like they were
how do we get
rehearsing their
from
lines
yeah.
to me.
I think a lot of that's the dubbing after the fact too. I think
But that part wasn't dubbed. Or at least
no.
if it was dubbed really well.
I
No, because
I
there's
think
like a
like
delay in her acting too.
mm,
But maybe it was. But to me, like I thought the guy from Halloween felt very natural. I thought he was great, and I thought a lot of their interactions felt natural. Like they had, like I don't know, like they did a couple takes and they took the best one. Where this scene in the taxi, it felt like he was just like, we gotta just get this take and go for it. They're like, oh, can we rehearse? He's like, well, this will be the rehearsal. He's like, got it.
yeah. Man, they definitely. I like they had like a good relationship between each other. That felt like natural, like you said. But I'm looking. The guy who plays Morris was in John Wick 2
It was more. Is
recently.
Morris? That's his name.
It's Morris.
Morris. He's
Morris.
well. What was her name was Jennifer. Jennifer
Jennifer. Oh,
Morris. It was just I was like, how did he know where she was gonna pop up on this lake after escaping this other house somewhere on this lake and then falling off the boat and then swimming to shore? Maybe he used the bugs. Maybe he's got bug power too. It's the only thing that makes sense.
the only thing that would bring it together.
And what was the pit? Just like of
I
slop.
think it has like bodies and stuff have been in there like rotting away, but like I don't know if that's actually the case.
Yeah, because we find the what do you keep calling him? The wheelchair guy? What was his name?
Pleasance, I think is the actor.
Yeah, whatever. He like figures out that somehow they figure out that the serial killer has been keeping the bodies. Because they
Yeah,
want to
bugs, right? Sarcophagus bugs.
because of the bugs.
I think that, like you said, like they're only related. They only are attracted to the like rotting flesh.
Yeah, but they're in the
So
glove.
why are they keeping the body?
Yeah, why are they keeping the
Yeah, but
bodies?
I think it's in the glove because the kid, whether it was Patel or the mom, they are around. They're in this
Oh, it's
home
their
with
glove.
yeah. So I
That
think
makes
it's
more
like
sense.
there was like traces of these bugs because there's bugs being attracted to the dead bodies
That
at
makes more sense. I
the
was thinking
house.
the glove was the girl that got killed, like the roommate.
I think the killer left it behind, kind of thing.
Mm.
Then the one first gets killed because they wear Jennifer Connelly's jacket, right? So it's like they were coming after.
Is that why, or it's just the killer
I
just
think so.
kills? I thought it's just because
I think like
she's a
she's going
girl
after.
alone at the academy, and that's what happens. There's a known killer on the loose that's just killing the girls when they're alone, and she's alone. But it could be
But she was
that.
like trying to take her out.
Yeah, it could have
And
been that
because
because
I
she
know
is
the
wearing the jacket.
jacket, so
Their whole friendship is funny too. Like, what a terrible friend. It's like you got
yeah.
one job and you blow it. But then even better was before that. It's like in the school scene, the classroom scene was very funny to me. It was just like she's like, "Hey, will you I was sleepwalking and I'm afraid I'm going to do it again. Will you stay up or lock the door? Just keep an eye on me." She's like, I don't know. And then the teacher calls on her for something. She's like, "Oh, I don't know what to say." And then Denver Connelly is like very loudly whispering what she should say. Then she says it, and then she says one thing. What she say? Like, "Damn the past" or "Screw the past."
Yeah, something like
And then the whole classroom erupts with laughter, and she's like, "Oh," she's like, I will stay up and watch it."
yeah.
Like that was what earned the friendship,
Yeah,
and then she
yeah,
immediately breaks it.
yeah, all very like unnatural and very like someone like trying to replicate some of those tropes in American movies, but like not either not doing it well or just doing it through his funky style. Like yeah, it's very.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I do. I'm interested to watch more of this stuff. Like
I
it's unique horror.
I
And it's
am.
not like very horror, but it's I I'm interested. But this one, more than Spirit, was definitely a slog to get through at times, and
I remember Suspiria being a bit of a slog to get through.
it is. There's definitely slower moments
Because we
for
saw it
sure,
at the Enzian on the lawn. I remember because like I was excited because it's one of those movies that
yeah,
if you look on any like top horror movies of all time, Suspiria is there. It's in the top 50. I bet always. And so I was like, oh, and I think someone had told me it's like witches, like it's like a witchcraft movie. I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. And then like it's slow, it's a drama, like which
yeah.
maybe if I went back and rewatched it, I'd appreciate it more. I think I probably would, but to me,
Yeah.
like I think the remake still did that, but did
Yeah,
it?
no, remake
It still like
stuff.
gave the like Italian horror. It felt like it was. I don't. Was it still him? I'm assuming not.
No, it's what's his face. It's you know who it is. It's Challenger's guy, isn't it? It's what's his face?
Oh, Luca. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Luca. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But it's still.
yeah.
But is he is Italian, isn't he?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that is true.
It does give
It
off
is.
like the same kind of like which maybe it's not an Italian thing, but I think he probably said I want to respect the same type of tone and lighting because I remember it also feeling like that. It doesn't feel like an American
Yeah.
horror movie.
No, Luca. I feel like he plussed up the dance elements. The dance elements are some of the strongest parts of the new one. Like
I
the
don't know.
things
The
that
ending was crazy.
and then that, oh yeah, the ending is very artistic. That's
Yeah,
like the least conventional part of the movie, but
yeah.
stuff happening within the dance thing is pretty straightforward. Stuff with the whole German guy, like Tilda Swinton as the German guy.
I don't know if I remember.
Oh,
I don't really remember it that much.
yeah,
Just
she
remember
plays
liking
like
it.
a German guy that's like sniffing around. He's like something's up here, and
Tilda Swinton is.
yeah, she plays the whole guy. Yeah, she like
Oh
does like a
yeah,
dual role, and there's like ties to the Holocaust with him too, but he's just kind
yeah.
of like the one that keeps trying. He's like sniffing around that things are happening.
Yeah, yeah, I do
Uh,
remember that.
but they're good. I think it just complemented the old one. They're just very different movies. I feel like, and the
Yeah,
OG is so colorful. I mean, I don't remember. It's like she'll same thing where I think there's a shot where she sees another person getting killed, kind of like Jennifer Connelly does, and it's like a room of just barbed wire. It's just like falls into. But like every time people are getting killed, it's like flashes on their close on their face, and it's just like showing reds and
yeah,
blues and very.
blues. Yeah,
I'd like to rewatch it. I also remember the part of the Goblin score I remember the most is like a guy out in like the open like courtyard, and something keeps like swooping above them, and it's like a gargoyle come to
yeah.
life or something. The Goblin score is like very like haunting, like chanting, almost like
Mm,
it's. I would like to rewatch it for sure. That's the last time I saw it. Probably was
yeah.
with you.
I think that it
Um,
was I have a feeling if I watched it again, it'd be very similar to my experience with The Shining, which was I really did not like The Shining the first time I saw it because I didn't know anything about it, and all I did was I was really watching a lot of horror movies, and I would just go look at 10 different lists of like best horror movies of all time, and it'd be top 3 on every single one. I was like, okay, we this is gonna be good, and it is scary, but for not it's not like it's not a traditional like scary movie, and so I hated it. It's very stylized, very artsy, it's long.
it's also
And
not like plot heavy. It's like not straightforward plot.
yeah,
It's
there's
just
no like
characters.
scares really. It's more of just like situationally scary. And so yeah, I hated it the first time, but I've since watched it again like knowing what I'm getting into made me like it a
Yeah.
whole lot more. And so I probably would feel the same way about Suspiria would be my guess, but
Mhm.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Like it feels like I am interested enough in his style to where I'd watch other ones, but I would be surprised if I walked away thinking like all time favorite, new favorite or anything like that. I think I have a feeling I will leave the same way I left for this one of just like
Yeah.
style over. Yeah, I think the style is really where he succeeds the most,
Hmm.
and he takes some creative liberties that I don't think will work in almost all of his movies. But we'll see. I mean, I'd be curious But yeah, so I win this week.
Watches. Yeah, I mean, I gave them both 3 stars, but yeah.
Nah, that's all right. But which
Yeah.
one do you like more, though? I am curious, like, because they both have problems.
I think, yeah, it's tough. It's like
They're so different.
you might say on a quick watch, like anything but Jackson's going to satisfy more, but which one am I going to think about in 10 years? It's phenomenal. Or like I'll forget anything but Jackson or anything for Jackson probably more than I would.
You already can't even remember the name.
Yeah, I can't remember the title. And I think that's where I could see why this is a more like cult film because it just feels like there's more to return to, even if it's not great. It's just like it's got a lot to kind of. It's just like to live in is more interesting, whereas the other one. But yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to say. I think Fort Jackson is definitely more just like a complete conventional movie that works well enough. This is like a crazy attempt that like a lot doesn't work, but I had enough fun along the way. I can kind of understand some reverence for it. I agree. I'm not. You got on Letterboxd, and there's like a ton of people giving it just straight fives, and they're like, "This is the greatest thing ever." It's like I am not. I'm definitely not there at all.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say I enjoyed watching the whole thing. There were moments where I also was like reaching for the phone, So
Yeah.
but glad I watched
They both
them
were. Yeah, I will say the best part was that they both were unique. That was it was fun to watch two very unique movies. Have you thought about what before? We can do it when we sign off too. But have you thought about what your next pick is going to be?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not enough to where I probably do need to like take some time and.
Well, I think we decided maybe this can just be my pick, but the new VHS is out on the 3rd. And I think it's just like a Halloween one. I think it's called like VHS Halloween.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'll try and probably look and pick a Shudder thing too. I think we should just try and get more going.
There's a lot of them.
This season. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So I'll look through and see what I can find on there. At a minimum, at least something on there, even if it's not Shudder original, because there are some like classics that are on there I would like to watch as well.
Yeah,
so,
it seems like a nice balance because I think we've done that every time where we do a Shudder original and mostly just like a classic that's not Shudder original, but Shudder does have a lot of those on there.
I'll take a look.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna pick this because I want to do something new. But did you ever end up seeing The Devil's Rejects? That was called the sequel to.
I don't think I ever did. No.
It's pretty good. I think I saw it on there recently. It's pretty wild. It's just.
Wait. Did I?
Balls to the wall.
No.
I can't remember.
I think I did. Does it start where they're in like a motel?
Yeah.
We did see it. Yeah, we did see that one. I think we just watched it back to back after House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, I do remember it being pretty wild. I don't think I loved it. Oh wait, no. You know what? Am I thinking of
There's definitely a motel scene. That's like.
Is there also a motel scene in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2?
Probably.
One of them it like opens and they're a film crew, maybe. They're going to like film and interview someone.
I feel like the Devil's Rejects, but I don't remember.
I want to say it is that one. But
yeah, I think you watched it. Texas Chainsaw has like the music studio or like radio station scene.
Yep, I remember that.
The whole ending isn't that like amusement park underground?
Yeah, the underground. I also didn't really care for that, which I know that's like a pretty controversial take, but
it's pretty like I don't know. I feel like it's polarized. I just saw one of my good friends watch a game like 2.5. So it's like you're either on board or not. And I had fun with it because at some point I realized like, okay, this is not to be taken seriously. I think the first one is.
I think that's the problem. It's like the aliens thing for me. It's like.
I think it's like a Evil Dead 2, well, a little bit, where they're like, all right, we're gonna like we can't just do the first one again. If you want more of this family and stuff, let's just go like full camp. And
yeah, but Evil Dead 1 was camp accidentally.
Right.
Where like the first, I mean, I guess the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre it's borderline camp, not on purpose. There are some moments where I'm like, whew, like it's shot really well, but a lot of the acting is rough. But it's just a tonal. I would say Evil Dead 1 and 2 feel still very similar. It just felt like it leaned into it. Yeah, I think 2 just feels like it leans into it. Where one, it was
Yeah.
doing a lot of that the same way on accent. It's like it's so bad it's camp.
More serious than the first one though.
It's supposed to be, but
Like,
it comes
it's
off
fun.
as like a goof. Huh?
Second one's like again, the first one, it's like all the stuff with the Deadite stuff. It's like they're supposed to be
Yeah.
genuinely creepy.
Yeah.
Second one, like they're doing some. I mean, he's sticking a chainsaw in his hands, so like it's like
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, it definitely leans
pretty,
into it more. But like to me, that the difference between Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2 is still a lot more similar than like Alien and Aliens. Or even Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So that could also just be one that I do need to watch Aliens again, and I need to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 again, just with like, huh?
Probably try the theatrical cut.
Yeah, I'll never watch the director's cut again. I think that probably did a huge disservice to it. And also, I'm just not an action movie guy, and I'm certainly not a James Cameron dialogue guy. And I don't. It's just I don't get why he gets a pass. Like,
I think it's just because everything else. It's just fun. Like when I watch Terminator 2, or when I watch Avatar, it's like the writing at times is like painful. It's just like he just thinks it's so cool, and it's just so not. But then like everything else around it just works so well.
Yeah.
That I don't know. It's like I am able to give it a pass because I'm just enjoying the ride. Like everything else, the world building, he just has great set pieces. Like,
yeah.
his action sequences are some of the best. And
but like to me, that's like, but you take Bill Paxton's character to me, and like that is I just he's a cartoon. It's a cartoon character.
Yeah, he's like a stereotype. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he's not. I don't know. He's stereotypical in the cartoon way. Like I don't think there's anyone else. I don't think there's anyone out there that's really that guy.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, and therefore, but it still gets excused, and it's like, but it's still a perfect movie. But like, even though James Cameron's dialogue sucks sometimes, and like, there's all this, but like, still perfect movie.
Like that's the stuff that brings Avatar down for me is the writing. Like it's pretty rough.
I don't even think the writing's as maybe, and I mean there's moments. There's moments in the first one for sure. When they're calling Jake Sully like Hot Wheels or something like that. Meals on Wheels. Yeah. It's just like Jesus Christ. Yeah. Meals on Wheels.
Yeah. The second it gets out of the thing onto Pandora and like the mech almost runs to me. Watch where you going? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he just doesn't write. He doesn't write army people well. Maybe that's it. I feel
like he thinks it's cool. Like
maybe he just thinks that's what the army people are like. That's what it's like being in the army.
I think it's just I don't know, but it makes it work overall. But yeah, I'll look and see what. I'll start looking tonight and see what a good pick is. I bet they've added some more stuff now that it's October for sure.
Yep.
And we'll pair it up with that. So
cool. All right. Well, we'll shut it down. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.